John Wick, the ultimate hitman. With the upcoming release of John Wick Chapter 4, our attention is once more brought back to this legendary assassin. In previous chapters, we've seen just how strong and dangerous he can be. Which brings us to the big question: who can actually take down the infamous Baba Yaga? So today, we're gonna do just that. And also, to spice things up, we have added characters that Wick can defeat too. Let's start. Number 10. Bryan Mills. Bryan Mills is known for his unique set of abilities. With his expertise in hand-to-hand combat, he can beat anyone he encounters. He can efficiently use anything around him to his advantage. But unfortunately, Mills would be another mercenary, nothing new to Wick. Mills would be an easy target for Wick, who is much younger and much more competent. Number 9. Black Widow. MCU Black Widow is mildly superhuman. Her strength and durability are beyond anything that Wick is capable of. She also regularly fights superhuman beings that are way outside of her weight class. Even with that, John Wick would take this round barely. Why? Because Wick is a significantly better shot. His superior gunplay simply makes Black Widow look incompetent. Number 8. John Rambo. Both John Wick and John Rambo are expert fighters with iconic skills, respectively considered as a one-man army. You can check out our one-man army episode right here. Anywho, Rambo is an incredible fighter, with his grit and competency honed to a killer degree on the battlefields of war. Yet, Wick is too much of an all-around threat to be taken down in a one-on-one match against Rambo. His proficiency with setting traps is definitely impressive, but in a confined area, it'd be useless. So this round goes to John Wick. Number 7. James Bond. 007 is an elite operative and an assassin. It's his job to fix complex problems and all the intricacies therein. Wick, from what we've seen, is basically the same. James Bond's main advantage in this fight is that he has the government on his side. He can easily track down Wick and research about him. Wick, on the other hand, is a master assassin. As a master strategist and tactician, he is highly focused and committed. So if Bond were to find John first, Wick would completely destroy Bond. Number 6. Ethan Hunt. Comparing Ethan Hunt and John Wick can be quite challenging, as both characters have their own unique set of skills, making them formidable opponents in their own right. Ethan Hunt would likely have the edge when it comes to gadgets and technology, while John Wick will be formidable in close-range combat. So, if the fight took place in a more traditional combat scenario, John Wick would be victorious. Number 5. Deckard Shaw. Deckard Shaw is a former British military officer and MI6 agent turned mercenary. His physical conditioning has proven to be top-notch, and he can easily dispatch multiple enemies. Deckard can easily overpower his enemies to launch them off the air or nonchalantly restrain them with one hand and send them flying with his kicks. So if these two ever fought, we'll say it'd be a closer call. Number 4. Eggsy. Eggsy has exceptional intelligence, along with being a tad bit stronger than an average human. He displays the ability to come up with tactics and strategies on the fly in combat, giving him the edge over his opponents. Eggsy can dodge assault rifle fire, even in narrow encounters, and is capable of fighting characters who can also dodge bullets. Wick may be a better marksman, but Eggsy's physicality and generally more superior gear makes us believe he'll win the vast majority. Number 3. Jason Bourne. Jason Bourne is a super spy, basically created in a lab to take on the worst enemies the CIA has to offer. Without a gadget, Bourne can easily weaponize a towel or roll up a copy of a magazine to kill his targets. While Wick can also do the same with a pencil. Although it would be a pretty close fight, Bourne would have the edge due to his superhuman combat skills, including his experience of fighting some of the best assassins in the world. Okay, so our next character is from the John Wick Universe, and may contain possible spoilers for the movie. So if you haven't watched it yet, we recommend to skip this part. Number 2. Caine, the newest addition to the John Wick universe. Well, if you have watched John Wick Chapter 4, you know how skillful he is. Even though he's blind, he can handle multiple assassins coming his way. And a matter of fact, he is evenly matched with John Wick. So imagine his younger days before becoming blind. He would clearly outmatch John Wick in every way. So for these reasons, we rank Caine as the strongest assassin in the John Wick universe. And number 1. Agent 47. Agent 47 centers on an elite assassin who was genetically engineered from conception to be the perfect killing machine. He is endowed with unprecedented strength, speed, stamina, and intelligence. 47 is super strong. He can snap necks easily and hold people underwater with just one hand. His aim is said to never be off, meaning he never misses his target. If John Wick is going in unprepared, he's dead. If he knows what's going on, he's still in grave danger. So if these two ever fought, John Wick would not stand a chance. Well, there you go. The character who may or may not beat John Wick. What should be our next rankings? Comment below and don't forget to subscribe to SL Made. See you next week!